What is good, Raider Nation? It's your boy Raider Alex back with yet another video for you guys. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, let's jump right into the topic of this video. The Las Vegas Raiders have shocked the entire National Football League. They have even shocked myself. Honestly, I did not think the Raiders are going to win this one. I thought going into this is going to be a super tough matchup to win, and there's even stages of the game where I'm like, it's not looking good for us. It's not looking like we're going to be able to get the victory, and it really just all starts off with the offensive side of the football. Let's just call it what it is. The first half, they were just absolutely atrocious. It didn't really look like they improved at all from last week. The craziest thing is, going into halftime, the offense had 43 yards of total offense and only 4 rushing yards. That is absolutely mind-boggling to me. But look, huge shout out to the defense that was able to keep us in this game throughout the first half. The fact that I just said we only had about 40 yards of offense in the entire first half and we were only losing by 3 points going into the half, that says a lot to the testament of this defense. The Raiders defense did damn near everything they could to win us this game. They did a really good job stopping the run in the first half, and we were also able to get a turnover off the interception by Robert Spillane. And ultimately, the Raiders did a fantastic job containing Lamar Jackson, who I thought was going to be the biggest X factor for the Raiders in terms of if they were going to be able to upset the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson didn't have a great game. He went 21 of 34 for 247 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. But the biggest takeaway for me was they did a good job containing Lamar Jackson. He only rushed for 45 yards. So the Raiders did a good job in that standpoint. They limited any type of big plays from the Baltimore Ravens. But with all this being said, I was not very confident going into the second half just because we were unable to establish the run game. And look, call it what it is, the Raiders still weren't able to run the ball effectively at all this game. We had 17 attempts for 27 yards. But I will say, late in the fourth quarter, they did go back to the run, so they didn't completely abandon it. And Zamir White was able to get some decent yards on the ground. But really the biggest takeaway was our quarterback Gardner Minshew and Davante Adams, Brock Bowers. Essentially the passing game came alive for the Raiders in the second half. Gardner Minshew was able to throw the ball deep. Gardner Minshew was able to open things up, taking some deep shots down the field. And I just like how he played. He looked a lot more aggressive. He looked more like himself, which is that just ultimate gunslinger type of player. And he played like how he usually plays throughout his career. He did make a boneheaded interception, but something that I really liked was our leader of the defense, Max Crosby. Just the way he was talking to Gardner Minshew after that interception, letting him know that the defense has got the offense's back. They're going to get them the football back. And essentially it looked like Max Crosby just letting them know that this game is not over. And boy, do I think that just gave a lot of confidence to Gardner Minshew as he just absolutely exploded in the second half. Gardner Minshew ended up throwing the football 38 times, completed 30 passes, threw for 276 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. And like I said, Davante Adams just absolutely went off in the second half. Davante Adams had 9 receptions, 110 yards, and he came alive when it mattered most. He was able to draw a pass interference on the goal line, able to tie the game in the back of the end zone, and then the Raiders defense, Max Crosby gets a huge sack. We're able to force a punt. We get the football back. We're able to run the ball, get it into field goal position, and Daniel Carlson hits the game-winning field goal. And also a huge shout out to Carlson. He went 4 for 4 on field goals today, and really this was just a team collective victory. Like I said, offense was not there in the first half, but they picked it up in the second half. Special teams department, we did what we had to do. The kicking game was outstanding. And another thing I gotta mention is, look, shout out to Antonio Pierce coming off of a tough week 1 loss, a game that looked very winnable. The Chargers didn't look great, and there's definitely some play calls that were very concerning. AP definitely had some head-scratching decisions when it came to situational awareness. When it came to going for it on 4th down, this time they looked a lot more aggressive. There was even an instance where we went for it inside the red zone on 4th down. Gardner Minshew threw it up to Davante Adams. We didn't get it, but I like the confidence he showed in Minshew there. And really, this was a fantastic game from Minshew in the second half. If you would have told me before this game that the Raiders were only going to rush for 27 yards, I would have expected that we would have lost this game. So huge shout out to Gardner Minshew. But this was an absolute crucial game for the Raiders. Teams that go 0-2 statistically is a lot harder to end up making the playoffs. The Raiders get their first victory on the road, and they put themselves in a situation where they're still in the mix of things. We're going to have 2 back-to-back home games. This is going to be crucial for this football team. We got to establish a home field type of advantage. We got to be a team that does well at home. But overall, on offense, great game by Gardner Minshew, Devontae, Brock Bowers, who had himself a fantastic game. The defense, Max Crosby, got after it. And a huge shout out to the secondary. Jacorian Bennett had a big play with a pass breakup. And also Jack Jones had a huge play at the end of the game with Isaiah Likely almost getting a catch along the sideline. But Jack Jones was there with a big hit to break the ball loose and essentially end any type of hope for the Baltimore Ravens late in the football game. Just an absolute crazy game. I didn't expect us to win this, and I am very happy to say I was completely wrong about this game. The Raiders did everything I thought they were going to need to do in order to have a chance to win this one. And it just goes to show the National Football League, anything can happen. We definitely got to enjoy the victory right here. But at the same time, we have to be ready to kick Carolina's ass next week. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys thought of the football game. Let me know who you think got the game ball for this upset victory. The Raiders are now 1-1, and I am absolutely pumped up. Gardner Minshew showed us some of his magic that he can bring, and this offense came alive in the second half. But with that being said, Raider Nation, that's all for you guys in today's video. Anybody that's new to the channel, you guys love Raider related content just like this, make sure to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. That being said, I will see you guys in the next one.